Hello and welcome to another Bodgit and Leggit video. Now we are doing another tool review on a tool that Hubitools sent to me. Now the reason why I'm kind of doing it this way is because this is going to be a very difficult tool for me to show you in an engine bay. Even if I do get one it's going to be very difficult for me to show you because it's to do with a heater plug. So this is Hubitools universal glow plug tip puller remover, however you want to say it. This is a UB41050. Now essentially what this does is when you have a heater plug or a glow plug, whatever you want to call them, what can sometimes happen is if I put that up to camera, you'll see the tip is kind of misshapen, and what can happen is the tip can actually expand so it can't get out the hole, or it can actually snap inside the hole. Same problem. Also they can snap up here, but this is just for removing the tip when they actually snap at the tip, which, you know, can be obviously very annoying because a simple job turns into an absolute nightmare. Now I just quickly run through the kit, what you get in the kit, then I'll also get Hubitools video and I'll pull it in the corner of the screen, and as they're doing it I'll kind of explain what they're doing, because in their video they show cutouts of an engine and it shows you this tool going in it a lot easier than what I could physically show you if I'm doing an engine. And I'm not going to cut an engine in half just to show you because, well, I don't have anything to cut an engine in half. So what essentially we get in the kit, first thing we do is get a magnet. So I'm just going to run through everything and then we'll actually show you how everything works. Then we get two different types of drill bits, and what I mean by that is the two different sizes, two different thicknesses drill bits. Then we get two different thread cutters. So this is what actually cuts the thread into the tip, again depending on the size of the glow plug you are working on. Then we have the two threaded bars that correspond to the actual threads, again depending on which one you've actually done. So there's two different sizes of bars there. This kit does the M8, M9 and M10, by the way. Then we get a knocker. So this actually knocks the tip in. If the tip is swelled out and it can't come out, this actually knocks the tip in. Again, I'll go through that later. Then we have the different threads depending on what glow plug you have. For example, this one is not that. So you need to find out the threads you have on the glow plug, which is that one, which in this case is a number 3. So if this particular one is broke, I'd screw the part that comes out already. I would screw this into the actual cylinder, or where the actual glow plug goes, and it glows. Then you pick out the correct drill bit, and essentially what this is a guide. This allows the drill bit to go straight down. As you can see, it can't go left or right, it just goes straight down and drills a hole perfectly in the center of the tip. So essentially that's a guide, very important, because if you don't get the hole right and you come off to the side, you're going to do damage to your block, you're never going to get it out, and you're going to need a new engine. Once you have done that, you then cut the threads, again depending to what size you've actually cut it. Once you've cut the threads, you then get whichever thread you happen to have cut, whether it's a smaller one or the bigger one. You put the slide hammer in, you screw this onto the heater plug, and then with the slide hammer you hit it out. Really is as simple as that. And again, I'll go through on their video exactly how they do this. If you happen to have the one that has split or kind of bubbled out the end and it physically won't come out, that's when you use this and you get a hammer and you smack that bit into your engine. This is when you need another tool to remove the injector, because once you've moved the injector, then you get this magnet out and you put it down where the injector goes, and you get the tip out. So that's how easy it is. So depending on what it does, if it's split and it won't come out, you need to hammer it in, remove the injector, which is more hassle. Yes, I agree, but this is just the way it goes. Sometimes you can't leave that in there because you will destroy the engine. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play the video, and as the video is playing, I'm going to kind of go through these tools and show you what they're doing to kind of the kit here. And I think that's going to be the easiest and best way for me to show you. Now hopefully this works, I get the timing right. So as you can see, they're just removing the heater plug and there's no tip on it, which is a bagger. Now you can see this is how it looks when it's inside the engine bay, and you can see the tip has been left in place. So what we need to do now is, once we know that, we then need to pick whichever guide. So it's one of these, you've got a choice of 4, whichever guide we need to use depending on your threads on the heater plug. And as you can see, they've got the threads correct. You screw it down. Then again, we need to, once you screw it down, we need to figure out which size drill bit we need, again depending on your heater plug. Put it into your drill. You cannot go left or right, this will just center it completely. Drill your hole. As you can see, it's going into it there. Once your hole, and again it will kind of dip out. You'll know when you've got it in enough. Then you pick the right size tap depending on what size drill bit you've used. Now you just use this by hand. You want to tap this slowly by hand to make sure you do get proper threads. As you can see now, we're using the slide hammer and the actual thread tap, depending on which ones we've used. They're screwing it down, and you just slide that out, and then the tip, as you can see, is going to be on the end. Everybody's happy, lovely jubbly, sorted. Now sometimes, as you can see, the actual tip is ballooned out and it will not come back through the hole. So then what we need to do is use this with a hammer and hammer the tip into the actual cylinder. Remove the injector, and with our magnet, which is here, we can get the tip out. Then, you know, we're all good and happy and sorted again. So that's it, people. Really is as simple as that. I thought this would be the best way of doing it, because there's no way I'm going to be able to show you the cutouts on an engine bay when I'm doing it, and you're not going to really be able to see. Now, when I do get a tip that is broken in, I will be using this kit, but I just thought this would be the easiest way. I'll leave Hubitools' YouTube channel linked down below. I'll also leave their Facebook page, so if you want to know where your local dealers is and stuff like that, you can get in contact with them. But it really is a fantastic kit, because it's one of them things. If you don't have a kit, then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take your engine apart, which then becomes very, very expensive, because you need new head gasket, new head bolts. You know, there's a lot more that's involved, and you know, it could be, depending on your car, not worth doing. And if you've got a kit like this, you know, even to buy the kit's going to be a million times cheaper than it is to buy all them parts. You can use it over and over and over again. And yeah, so that's it. Really is a great piece of kit, and thank you for Hubitools for sending it to me, much appreciated. So there we go. So as always, I hope this helps. Please like, share and subscribe. As always, don't forget, links up here, links down below, but most importantly, don't forget, get your hands dirty. See you for the next one. Sorted.